Good day and welcome to another episode of Your Money Moment, the podcast where we dive into real actionable steps to take control of your financial future. I'm your host, Mauritz Oberholzer, and today we're talking about something that I know many of you have been thinking about, retiring early. Specifically, we're looking at how to retire at 55, a full decade earlier than the typical retirement age of 65. So let's be clear from the start. Retirement is not for old people. It's not some distant, far-off idea meant for people who are tired and worn out. No, retirement is simply a point in time where your assets, whether it's your savings, investments, or other income-generating assets, can cover your living expenses. That's it. You don't have to be a certain age to hit that milestone. You just need a plan. So today, we'll break down what retirement really is, why it's not just for old folks, and most importantly, what you need to do if you want to retire at 55 instead of 65. Are you ready? Let's jump in. So firstly, what is retirement really? When most people hear the word retirement, they picture someone in their 60s or 70s sitting on a porch somewhere, maybe knitting or gardening. But here's the thing, that's an outdated image. Retirement doesn't mean you're done with life. It just means you've reached the point where you no longer have to work for money because your money is working for you. It's about financial independence. Your investments, savings, and assets generate enough income each month to cover your living expenses, whether that's rent, food, healthcare, or travel. The key point here is retirement is not an age, it's a financial milestone. So if you can reach that milestone by 55, you're free to retire then. But if you don't hit it until 65 or even later, that's when you'll be able to step back. So let's talk about the numbers. How much do you need to retire at 55? So retiring at 55 requires careful planning, discipline, and most importantly, a clear understanding of how much money you'll need to live on without working for the next 30 or 40 years. So let's break it down. Here's a general rule of thumb. You'll need about between 20 and 25 times your annual living expenses. So it's not your salary, it's your living expenses, saved in investments by the time you retire. So if you need 500,000 Rand a year to cover your costs, you'll need about 12.5 million in total savings and assets. That sounds like a lot, right? But it's completely possible with the right plan. And once again, the earlier you start, the better. Compound interest is your friend. So start saving and investing as soon as possible. Aim to contribute at least 15 to 20% of your income to retirement accounts. But if you want to retire earlier, like 55, I would suggest looking more at the 30% mark and get your investments to work hard for you. Stocks, property, and other high growth assets are your best bets for growing your wealth over time. So key steps to retire at 55. Save aggressively. Maximize your contributions to your retirement accounts. If your company offers a pension fund, contribute as much as you can. If not, invest in tax-free savings accounts and retirement annuities and other growth-focused options. Secondly, invest wisely. Focused on growth, stock markets, high equity, unit trusts, property investments, and other higher risk assets have historically offered the best returns. Just make sure you diversify to spread your risk and also consult with a financial advisor or expert who can help you in guiding you in the right direction. Number 3 is to cut unnecessary expenses. Every rand you save today is a rand that can work for you tomorrow. This means living below your means and cutting out expenses that don't add long-term value to your life. Plan for healthcare costs. Healthcare in your 60s and 70s can be expensive, so make sure your retirement plan includes provision for medical aid and long-term care. And then number 5, stay disciplined. This is the hard part. You'll be tempted to dip into your savings or splurge on big expenses. Stick to your plan and keep your eyes on the goal. So, lastly, can you retire at 55? Absolutely. If you start saving early enough and you have enough time to build up that cash and savings, that is definitely a possibility. But it requires careful planning, discipline, and a clear vision of what your financial independence looks like for you. Retirement is not just for old people, it's for anyone who wants financial freedom, and that could be you in your 50s. So start planning today, take control of your finances, and who knows, you might be enjoying your dream lifestyle by 55. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, financial freedom is for everyone. See you next time on your Money Moment.
When you're navigating through life's big events, like buying a home, starting a family, or approaching retirement, you need sound and impartial financial advice. Mauritz Oberholzer, a financial advisor at Stonehouse Capital, specializes in personal financial planning. Visit mauritzoberholzer.co.za or call 082-774-1996. For practical and easy-to-understand advice and tips, don't miss your Money Moment with Mauritz Oberholzer, Thursday mornings at 10 on E-Radio.